Hello everyone, how are you? Happy New Year. If I haven't told you Happy New Year yet, and if I haven't told you Happy New Year yet, it means you have not watched my other videos. So, if you're new here, you're welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, you're welcome back. This year is going to be an amazing year for us. All right, so in this video, we will be talking about travel history. Yes, travel history. Your travel consultant is always saying, send me your travel history, or travel agents are always talking about, oh, make sure you build your travel history and so on and so forth. Today, we will be discussing why travel history seems really important and how to grow our travel history in 2024. Okay, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to grow your travel history as fast as possible and as well as possible. Okay, we're going to talk about what travel history is, the importance of travel history, and then how to build your travel history. And if there is time, we will talk about how you can use your travel history to your advantage, whether you're traveling or not. Yes, some people think that travel history is only for travel, but there are other advantages of a travel history even if you choose to remain in your country, especially in the year 2024. So let's begin. Okay, so travel history, as the name implies, simply means the history of your travel. Okay, those places that you have traveled to, that is what travel history implies. As long as you have gone outside your home country to another country, that country makes up your travel history. Okay, so it's a documentation basically of places that you have visited. So let's say, for example, you want to visit a new country like the US or the UK, and your travel consultant says, send me your travel history. It means send me those countries that you have traveled to before. It contains the dates of your trips, and God help us that you actually returned at the right time before the expiry of your visa. Okay, that's very important, but let me not get ahead of myself. So, but that's one of the reasons why a country would ask for your travel history. Okay, they want to know what are the countries that this person has been to, first of all, to know if you're a genuine traveler, and the ones that you returned from at the right time. But like I said before, let's not get ahead of ourselves. If you're from a country that's a passport, a country whose passport is considered weak, like if you're in Nigeria, don't bother. Like our passport, I don't want to say it's considered weak, but we are the people who get scrutinized like twice at the airport and all that, and at the immigration. Yeah, just don't mind me. I'm just kidding. But you know what I'm saying. If you're a Nigerian, especially, or you're from some other countries whose passports are considered not so strong, then you need a good travel history. You need to build your travel history before you can go to the bigger boys in terms of the countries. Okay? Don't mind me, I'm speaking in parables, but I know that you understand. You and I understand each other. If you want to make a good impression on a visa officer, you need good travel history. Let's take a look at some reasons to build a travel history, especially a good one. Now, the first reason I wrote here is visa applications. One reason why a country would ask for your travel history is to assess your travel pattern. Okay, when you apply for a visa, they want to assess your travel pattern. They want to know how reliable and credible you are. Okay, and the travel history will do that for you. Okay, to demonstrate your reliability and your credibility, which increases your chances of getting a visa. Okay, because first, it confirms your story. If you are projecting yourself as a traveler who visits places, the travel history will confirm your story. The second one is that it will confirm that you will not overstay in that country. If you have any questions, just drop it in the comment section below. And also, if you're yet to join the masterclass, it is still ongoing as at the time of this recording. Please join. Okay, once the masterclass is over, you might have to subscribe for a membership or something to have access to those videos. The masterclass is for free. Right now, the masterclass is for free. I don't know if I'm going to charge for it later on. You're going to be seeing my screen as I'm applying to a country, and then you can also apply to that country as I'm applying to the country. Okay, so please join the masterclass. Click on the link in the description below to join the masterclass. Now let's go ahead. The next importance of having travel history is your immigration clearance. A well-documented travel history can help facilitate a smoother travel process, a smoother immigration process, because they see that you have been traveling and they respect you as a traveler. Now, like I said before, it's not just about immigration and visas. You also have professional opportunities, okay, like international business, tourism, even diplomacy. You have opportunities in sectors like that. Those kind of opportunities, professional opportunities, are open to you when you have a good travel history and it is well documented, either by showing them online or having them in your passport and all that. If it is well documented and well showcased and used at the right time, it will definitely open doors for you professionally. Now, the last one I wrote here is personal growth and enrichment. When you travel to new places, you see new cultures, you are exposed. You gain a broader perspective to life. Don't just be in your country, in your house, and think that this is the way the world works. No, you need to explore. Go out, go places. I feel like I'm speaking to somebody in this year, 2024, this year of no grief for anybody. I, for example, used to be the kind of person that used to wait for my friends. Whenever I want to travel, I'm always looking for, hey, who will join me? But listen, at a point I decided, you know what, just stop traveling alone. Whoever is ready can join you, but no grief for anybody. Don't wait for anybody, okay? Just start traveling on your own. You will be glad you did. Trust me. Knowing the importance of travel history is not enough. Let's talk about how to build your travel history. Not just a travel history, but how to build a compelling travel history. Now, the first point I wrote here on my laptop is that you need to plan and prioritize, okay? You can research destinations that you're interested in. You don't just wake up and start traveling anywhere. Try to travel to those countries that are specifically tailored to the goals that you have, whether it's personal goals or professional goals, okay? So let's have that in mind. Prioritize the countries based on your finances too. And that brings me to number 2, plan your finances. When I started traveling, I realized that, I cannot be, let's be real, okay? Let's be real. Can we be real? I can't be living a flamboyant lifestyle and also wanting to travel. One has to give way. Do you understand? I need to be wiser with my expenditure so that I can save money and have money for my trips. So I have an account where I keep money for my trips. And then we plan, okay, how much do we need for this particular trip? Do we need 1 million naira? Do we need 200,000? Do we need 500,000? Okay, let's save, and let's save ahead. Let's plan towards it. Let's say maybe in March or in April, we travel to this place. We have to, while planning the place and the country we are traveling to and the things we'll do in that country, we also have to plan our finances, right? So it's something I had to learn. I had to make some adjustments to my lifestyle. So if you want to start building your travel history, you have to make some adjustments to your lifestyle, except you're richy rich, and this is not for you. But then if you're not, and if you're like me, that you need to budget before you make such decisions, then you should have a separate account for your travel funds, an account that you won't touch until it's time to travel. The third point I wrote here is do not be afraid to start small. Okay, I'm not saying that if you have the means, you should not go to Canada. But what I'm saying is, rather than spend 1 or 2 whole years saving for Canada, if you can afford to go to Ghana, if you can afford to go to Kenya, if you can afford to go to Rwanda, Kenya and Rwanda are now even visa free for us, so it's fine. If you can afford to go to, even if it's Dubai, you can afford to go to, you can do that, okay? Just do it. If it's Egypt you want to go, you can afford to go to, then go there, okay? Don't be afraid to start small. And that brings me to number 4. Number 4 is start with the easy countries. And by easy countries, I mean you can start with countries that are visa free, countries in Africa, countries outside Africa. I'm going to make a video on a new list of visa free countries that you can visit in 2024, okay? Because some countries have declared visa free for Nigerians and some other countries. So I'm going to release that video and tell you the visa-free countries that you can travel to as a Nigerian, okay? You can also go to countries that grant e-visas, like the UAE and some other countries that grant e-visas. You can visit them because they are when I applied to visit the UAE, it was quite seamless. Countries that are seamless, that have seamless visa application or fairly easy application processes, you can try those countries. Also, countries that maybe you have 1 or 2 relatives who would like you to visit them, it could help. And number 5, make use of your visa. And the reason why I'm saying make use of your visa is because some people will apply and get a visa and then sit in the house. If you apply and you get a UAE visa, my sister, travel. My brother, travel. Don't just sit in your house. Do you understand? If you get a Schengen visa and you know this visa is going to allow you to tour the Schengen countries. If you can, use that visa to explore the other countries that the visa would give you opportunities to. Now, number 6, I wrote here, you can join a group tour, okay? It's important that you scrutinize that group or the company that is doing that, okay? Don't just wake up and see something online and say, hey, let me join. They are doing group tour because Zuri told you to. Please make sure you scrutinize. Years ago, my girls and I used to take out time to plan trips, and then we would travel and all that. Unfortunately, now we have gotten more, we've gotten busy, but back then we used to get discounted rates for hotels and all that because we were in a group. Group tours make things more affordable, so don't shy away from joining a group tour. As long as you know that the company is reputable, you can join their group tour. If you want, I can let you know when next my friends and I will be having our next group tour. We're not really doing it as a whole company, we're just doing it as friends basically, so we can let you know the criteria to join us, and then we can go have fun and you would make new friends and you'll be meeting me personally, so it's fine. Number 7, I wrote document your trips. Now, what I mean by document your trips, I'm saying you can document your trips through pictures, especially pictures. Then you can have a travel journal. I have a travel journal. Okay. Yeah. But then take a lot of pictures and videos because those serve as vivid reminders. They help you to relive those memories. I love when Google Photos gives me a memory from last year or last 2 years or last 5 years when I went to a particular country. I so love it when they remind me of places I have been to. And you might just be surprised. Maybe an immigration officer or a consul asks to see when you visited so country. Well, maybe you're in an interview with a visa officer or something. When they say, can I see this country that you went to and all that? If you're the kind of person that posts on Instagram, like I sometimes do, just show them your Instagram handle and you have been to all these countries. They will definitely grant you your visa if everything else is on point. And speaking of everything else being on point, if you haven't watched my video on how to put together your proof of funds, how to write a compelling invitation letter, or the importance of proof of tithes and how to have good proof of tithes, please check the description. I will link all of them in the description below. The proof of funds aspect is extremely important because proof of funds is one reason why a lot of people get denied. So please check those videos. Proof of funds, invitation letter, if you're traveling somewhere and somebody has to invite you or wants to invite you over, checking what you need to put on the invitation letter is extremely important. I'm going to link them in the description below. The 8th point I wrote is getting tickets on sale. If you're extremely rich, you can fast forward to the next point. Okay, I'm not talking to you, but if you are the kind of person like me that does not mind saving some bucks on a flight, okay, on a ticket, then this one is for me and you, okay? With the recent hike in flight prices, I feel like nobody would say no to saving money on a ticket, okay? So now, if you would like me to create a video on sites that you can explore for affordable tickets, just write discounted tickets in the comment section, okay? Write discounted tickets in the comment section and I will show you the sites that you can go to get discounted tickets. Now, number 9, I wrote, feel free to go back to countries that you have previously visited. If you can only afford to return to Kenya or Ghana or Dubai or a country you have previously been to, then by all means go. Personally, I don't get tired of going to Dubai. I don't know about you, but I always see new things to do. Dubai, Maldives, those are countries that you always see new things to do, okay? So, the final point I wrote here is preserve supporting documents, okay? Every supporting document that is related to your travel, please preserve them because you don't know when you will need them. Aside from the fact that your adventures around the world would help you with future visa applications, they would also give you some leverage in terms of professionalism and all that. Okay, so please ensure that you save your documents, okay? Now, I was going to talk about how to use your travel history to help yourself, but I think I would break this video into 2 because this video is already really long. I'm trying to make sure it's as brief as possible. So I'm going to create a part 2 of travel history, how to use your travel history to your advantage in 2024, not just for travel, but for your personal and professional advantage as well. Thank you so much for watching my video to the end. Please, if you have yet to join my masterclass, please join the masterclass so that you can get exclusive videos for free, teaching you how to apply for visas to any country that you would like to go to in the world. All right. Now, if you liked this content or you liked anything about this video, you can tell me in the comment section what you liked. You can tell me in the comment section if you have any questions. And also, most importantly, please like this video. You can share it with 1 or 2 friends who are trying to process travel documents. Your friends that you want also to travel with you, share this with them. Please, the friends holiday has to be booked this year. No grief for anybody. And one more reason why I want you to like this video is because when you like this video, YouTube shows me to even more people who would be interested in travel. So please help me share, like, subscribe, whichever one you want to do, and I will love you forever. Thank you very much and good luck till I see you in another video. Keep traveling and stay safe.